Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm bringing you another battle on the Rated Battle Special VGC 14 ladder, where I provide live commentary as I battle. So my team is very similar to the one I used in the last two battles, but I actually got rid of a Azumarill this time for a Gardevoir. My Gardevoir is running a Citrus Berry with the support set with Will-O-Wisp and Taunt, so I'm curious to see how that plays out. I haven't really gotten to try out a bulky Gardevoir at all this season, so this is the first game I'm actually using it. My rating right now is 1732. I haven't really played much besides just laddering for all my one or two battles a day to upload for you guys. So my team doesn't, and now it's missing kind of the water type that I had back when Azumarill was on the team, but I'm interested in seeing what Gardevoir has to offer. My opponent's an 1872 rated player from Japan, so that's a pretty high rating. Team is, I've actually played this person before. Mienshao. I think I have a battle uploaded against this person. Mienshao, Aegislash, Talonflame, Vaporeon, Abomasnow, and Kangaskhan. Last time I played this guy, his Kangaskhan had Hammer Arm. Mienshao was kind of typical of Fake Out, High Jump Kick. And Aerodactyl did a lot of work for me last time, so I'm hoping it can carry me through this one too. Looking at team preview, I think Ferrothorn can be really important to this matchup, but I have to watch out because Mienshao and Talonflame both threaten a considerable amount. But Ferrothorn does a nice job against really Kangaskhan, Abomasnow, and Vaporeon. As for Mega Pokemon, Charizard and Manectric are both pretty good in this matchup, but I'm leaning more towards Manectric for the speed advantage, especially because my opponent isn't carrying something like Trick Room, and so I can intimidate the Kangaskhan and the Mienshao. So I definitely want Manectric in this matchup. Overheat's nice to take care of the Abomasnow too. Manectric, Aerodactyl is going to be important. I think Tyranitar to set up the sand would be nice too, but I am facing two Pokemon that carry fighting types in Kangaskhan and Mienshao. Gardevoir would be nice in this too. I'm actually going to lead, I think, Gardevoir, Aerodactyl, and have Manectric, and debating between Tyranitar and Ferrothorn right now. I slightly like Tyranitar more just because it's a bit more offensive. So I'm going to go with Tyranitar. So let's see how this battle plays out. This is one of the cases where I kind of wish I could bring all my Pokemon. Each of them could help individually in this matchup, so I kind of have to hope that the four I chose are just the best four against my opponent. Often when you go into a battle, you realize one of your Pokemon actually won't help you as much, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. My opponent's going to lead with Mienshao and Kangaskhan, so I'm going to go with Gardevoir and Aerodactyl. Not the worst lead matchup for me here. My Gardevoir, however, doesn't carry it doesn't carry Protect. So that's kind of an issue, but I'm going to switch to Tyranitar here and just Protect with my Aerodactyl. I'm switching out to Tyranitar to bring out Sand, so Mienshao automatically loses its Focus Sash. I also don't want Gardevoir to take too much physical damage right away from the start. Both of my opponent's Pokemon have access to Fake Out, so that's something I don't want to deal with. Kangaskhan's going to Mega Evolve, obviously. And I kind of think I should have led with the Manectric here instead, just to get the Intimidates going right away, but there's not much I could do from, at this point. Manectric is rather frail, and I do want to conserve him in this matchup. Aerodactyl's going to Protect, obviously. And Mienshao going for the Fake Out on what was Gardevoir, only going to do 10 damage, fortunately. And nice play my opponent there, doubling up on the Gardevoir slot. So Aerodactyl is going to basically waste a turn there. Fortunately, Tyranitar also resists there, so the switch helped there. But if I had stayed in with Gardevoir and protected, I would be down by a large amount right now. So I'm kind of happy things turned out the way they did. Now I can either predict my opponent to predict the Protect on Tyranitar and just attack with it, or just go for a safe play and Protect. I think I'm just going to go for a Rock Slide with Tyranitar and a Tailwind with Aerodactyl. I'm definitely going to be able to get a Tailwind up, which is really important. Mienshao goes for the Wide Guard there, so good play there. And he's going to go for a Sucker Punch, but that's fortunately going to fail. Aerodactyl's going to get the Tailwind off, and of course Tyranitar's not going to attack through this Wide Guard, but that turn still ended up pretty good for me. I think ended up on the positive end of it. And so now I have 3 turns of Tailwind to take advantage of, and both my Pokemon are going to outspeed my opponent's Pokemon, but as you saw, Mienshao is carrying Wide Guard, which prevents me from Rock Sliding, basically. You'd suspect that the Mienshao is going to Wide Guard again here. I'm going to... I'd expect like a Power Up Punch onto the Tyranitar. And there's not. I'm going to protect with my Tyranitar and switch into either Gardevoir or Manectric. I'm not really sure right now. I kind of like Gardevoir here more, I think. This should be a relatively safe play because if my opponent's smart, he really is going to have to go for consecutive wide guards with Mienshao. Wide guard, of course, before did not have consecutive use. Now it does. But Mienshao is actually going to swap out. Okay, interesting decision there. And it looks like Aegis Shield's coming in. Yep. Tyranitar's going to go for a Protect here. And let's see what the Kangaskhan ended up doing. Yep, Kangaskhan going for the Hammer Arm, so Tyranitar's going to shield itself from any damage. So that ended up going pretty well for me. So now, I kind of just wasted a turn of Tailwind there, but I think I'm in a decent position. You'd expect the Aegis Shield to protect this turn, so I'm going to double up on the Kangaskhan, go for a Moonblast and a Dark Pulse, I think. I can also Will-O-Wisp the Kangaskhan, but I'd rather just double target it for a KO. These two in consecutive uses should be able to KO the Kangaskhan, but let's see. So Aegis Shield is going to go for the King Shield and protect itself. Kangaskhan going to get that Dark Pulse off. Tyranitar, excuse me, going to get that Life Orb Dark Pulse off onto Kangaskhan. Gardevoir also going to go for a Moonblast. Let's see if that's enough to KO. Oh! And it survives with literally 1 HP. That's rough. Kangaskhan going to get a return off onto my Gardevoir. I am EV'd, so I can take and admit Kangaskhan's return, as you see there. But let's see. I'm not sure if the Sand's going to knock me out here. And I'm going to survive with 1 HP, so that's pretty clutch. And Kangaskhan's going to go down this turn. So, pretty unfortunate I didn't manage to pick up the KO on Kangaskhan because Gardevoir would be... Gardevoir's obviously very useful in this matchup, but I'll take whatever I can get. My opponent would probably send out Mienshao here, I'd expect, but let's see. And I'm fine with Mienshao coming out here. So Mienshao is going to come out. It's going to allow me to just Dark Pulse the Aegislash, and you'd think the Fake Out would come out onto Gardevoir, so I'm kind of tempted into switching it, but I don't want to break Aerodactyl's Focus Sash, and Manectric's important in this matchup. I don't want it to take any damage yet, so I'm just going to let Gardevoir kind of faint as fodder. And if he doesn't choose to target the Gardevoir, then I'm going to end up just getting some free damage off. So let's see. Mienshao's going to Fake Out. It's going to Fake Out Tyranitar. Okay, so that's exactly what I was talking about. My opponent makes a play that... Oh, but Aegislash is going to Shield Change, so I expect the Shadow Sneak to come out now, and it does come out. So that was a nice play by my opponent's part. You know, Aegislash often carries a moveset of Shadow Sneak... Oh, not Shadow Sneak. Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon, Protect, and King Shield, and Substitute. So it's not every day you see that Shadow Sneak, but it's obviously very useful, as you saw just now. And that gave my opponent a very good advantage. So I'm going to bring in Manectric here to Mega Evolve, because Manectric's pretty important in this matchup. And I'm not really sure what Mienshao wants to do. I'm sure Mienshao wants to go for a high jump kick this turn, but it's who do you target? I expect him to target the Manectric, actually, so I'm going to Mega Evolve and Protect with the Manectric. I'm not in the best of positions right now. I'm actually down a considerable amount. But if I can nail my opponent on a high jump kick predict and get him to knock basically half his health out, that'll be really good, because then Manectric can just pick up a KO. Manectric is carrying Overheat, which is basically my solution to beating that Aegislash at this point. So I'm going to Mega Evolve and get the Intimidate off on both Pokemon. Intimidate not going to matter very much right now, though, because the Aegislash, probably a special variant, even though it did carry Shadow Sneak, because special is just more common. So Manectric's going to get the Protect off here. Let's see what Mienshao is going to high jump kick into the Manectric. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. And Tyranitar is going to get the Dark Pulse before Aegislash because it didn't choose to change forms. I'm going to pick up the one-hit KO there. So that turn played out perfectly for me. That's exactly how you pull a comeback in VGC. Just, you know, don't give up and play to your best of your abilities. And there I was able to nail a perfect turn, basically. And looks like my opponent's last Pokemon is Talonflame. So I'm really happy about how things are going right now. Talonflame most likely going to have to Brave Bird the Tyranitar here. Aerodactyl does a pretty nice job cleaning this matchup for me, but I don't want to choke it out right now. I just need to KO Mienshao, and the game is over. My Manectric is faster than the Mienshao, and it should be faster than Talonflame too. So let me think. I just want to think this, get this straight. I'm tempted to switch out Manectric actually to Aerodactyl, but I'm just gonna Rock Slide with Tyranitar and Volt Switch the Mienshao, yeah, sure. Okay, Mienshao gonna go for a wide guard. That's a good play. I probably should have Ice Beamed it instead. But I'm just gonna get the Volt Switch before anything else, so that's fine. And that's gonna pick up the KO, so I should have this game won at this point. That was really close, actually. I got lucky on that last turn that I managed to outpredict my opponent, but, you know, when you're down a considerable amount in VGC, that's kind of what you have to do. Aerodactyl's gonna come in here. And I assume that means Talonflame went for the Flare Blitz onto my spot, the Aerodactyl spot, and that's exactly what it did. That shouldn't do too much. It does a considerable amount, actually, around 60%, but that's fine. At this point, I have 2 Pokemon with Rock Slide against a Talonflame, so as long as I don't miss here, I should be fine. To ensure that nothing goes wrong, I'm just going to Dark Pulse, actually, and with Tyranitar, so if he chooses to target Aerodactyl. But my opponent's going to forfeit there, so I'm going to take a 3-1 win. That was a really good battle. My opponent had basically all the momentum going for him because I didn't manage to pick up the KO on Kangaskhan, but the one turn where I was able to nail him on the high jump kick, which is what I was talking about right before it happened, was exactly what I needed, and you know, that's how I ended up winning the game. And because Aegislash Tyranitar is faster than Aegislash because I'm running Timid Tyranitar, it ended up doing some work for me. So that was the battle for today, guys. Remember, 100 likes and I'll bring you the next one. I might just upload another game today, though, just because I didn't get to bring you one yesterday from all the Relicify drama and whatever, which I'm completely done with, by the way, at this point. So, you know, rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know what you thought about the battle. Gardevoir was able to do something, so I'm happy that I brought it in the one match that they decided to use him in. And that's it for today's battle, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.